Hi, I'm Isabella, a 28-year-old event planner with a passion for cooking and making life easier for the people I love. Right now, I'm standing in my kitchen, surrounded by what looks like a cooking tornado, pots, pans, and Tupperware scattered everywhere. My hair's in a messy bun, and there's flour smeared on my cheek. Why? Because I've taken on the ultimate challenge, prepping a month's worth of meals for my pregnant sister. You're a lifesaver. Olivia's voice comes through the speakerphone as I stir a pot of hearty vegetable soup. Hey, what are little sisters for? I laugh, balancing the phone on my shoulder. How's my future niece or nephew treating you today? Like a soccer champ, Olivia groans. I swear, this kid's going for gold. I smile, listening to her. At 7 months pregnant, she's exhausted, and I know how much she's struggling. That's why I'm determined to stock her freezer with healthy, easy-to-heat meals. Just then, my mom, Karen, breezes into the kitchen. Isabella, darling, what's all this mess? I resist the urge to roll my eyes. I'm making freezer meals for Olivia. Oh, she raises an eyebrow, picking up a container of lasagna. This looks lovely. You know, my work group is having a potluck next week. Mom, these are for Olivia, I say firmly, gently taking the container from her. She purses her lips but shrugs it off. Well, I'm sure you could make extra. You know how important these work events are to me. As she sachets out, I share a knowing look with Olivia on the phone. We both know Mom's work events are just an excuse to show off and seek praise. Don't let her get to you, Olivia says softly. I won't, I promise, turning back to my cooking marathon. The weekend flies by in a blur of chopping, sautéing, and packaging. By Sunday evening, my chest freezer is packed with colorful meals, creamy chicken casseroles, veggie-packed quiches, hearty soups, and even some healthy desserts. Exhausted but proud, I collapse onto the couch and send a quick text to my boyfriend, Mark. Operation feed Olivia. Mission accomplished. His reply comes instantly. You're amazing, babe. Olivia's lucky to have you. I smile, feeling a warm glow of satisfaction. Sure, I'm tired, and my kitchen looks like a war zone, but knowing I've made my sister's life a little easier, totally worth it. As I drift off to sleep, I can't wait to see Olivia's face when I surprise her with all the food. The next day, after a busy day of event planning, I trudge up the stairs to my apartment, aching and eager to check on my packed freezer. I fumble with my keys, push open the door, and head straight for the kitchen. Time for a victory dance with My voice trails off as I stare at the open, empty chest freezer. What the hell? I blink, thinking I must be hallucinating from exhaustion. But no, the freezer is empty. Panic rises in my chest as I grab my phone and call my mom. Mom, quick question. You haven't been in my apartment today, have you? Oh, Isabella. Perfect timing. I was just about to call you. Your cooking was a huge hit at the bake sale. My stomach drops. Bake sale? What bake sale? The one for my work group, silly. I borrowed those meals you made. Hope you don't mind. It was for a good cause. I grip the phone tighter, my voice shaking. Mom, those weren't for a bake sale. They were for Olivia. I spent the entire weekend making them. Oh, don't be so dramatic. I'll replace them later. Anyway, I've got to run. Diane's giving me the eye about the copier again. Bye, sweetie. The line goes dead. I stand there, shock turning to anger. My phone buzzes with a text from Mark. K babe, how'd the big reveal go? I call him immediately, words tumbling out as I explain everything. I can't believe she did this, Mark. Those weren't hers to take. I'm so sorry, babe. Want me to come over? Before I can answer Mark, there's a knock at my door. I open it to find Emily standing there, arms loaded with takeout bags. Thought you might need dinner and a sympathetic ear, she says, her smile fading as she sees my face. What's wrong? I wave her in, and as we settle on the couch, I fill her in on Mom's latest stunt. Emily's eyes widen. She did not, she gasps. God, I'm so sorry. This is low, even for her. Remember when she accidentally wore white to Olivia's wedding? Or when she told my high school boyfriend I had a contagious rash so he'd break up with me before prom? I say, stabbing at my low mien. Emily nods, grim. And don't forget when she misplaced Olivia's college acceptance letters because she didn't want her moving away. I sigh heavily. I just don't get it. Why is she like this? Before Emily can respond, my phone rings. It's Trevor, Olivia's husband. His voice is tense. Olivia's in tears. Your mom just called, bragging about some bake sale. Trev, I'm so sorry. I start, but he cuts me off. Hey, this isn't on you. We know what Karen's like. But I think we need to talk about setting some boundaries for the baby's sake. I nod, even though he can't see me. You're right, this can't keep happening. After we hang up, I turn to Emily, determination setting in. I need to confront her, at her office. Everyone should see who she really is. Emily raises an eyebrow. Are you sure? That's pretty intense. I'm done letting her get away with this stuff, I say firmly. It's time someone stood up to Karen Sullivan. As I start planning my confrontation, I can't help but wonder how we got here. How did my own mother become the villain in my life story? But one thing's for sure, I'm not backing down this time. Karen's reign of manipulation ends now. The next morning, I march into Mom's office building, my heart pounding but my resolve firm. The receptionist tries to stop me, but I breeze past her, heading straight for the marketing department. Where's Karen Sullivan? I demand, scanning the cubicles. Heads pop up, curious eyes following me. A woman points to a glass-walled conference room. Inside, I see Mom, holding court with a group of coworkers. Without hesitation, I burst in, interrupting her mid-sentence. Hey Mom, how was that bake sale? She blinks, caught off guard. Isabella, what are you doing here? Oh, I just thought I'd stop by and thank you for your generous donation to the cause. I say, my voice dripping with sarcasm. You know those meals you borrowed from my freezer? Her colleagues exchange confused glances. A woman I recognize as Diane leans forward. Karen, what's she talking about? Mom forces a laugh. Oh, it's nothing. Just a little misunderstanding. No, Mom, no more lies. I turn to the group, my voice steady. Those meals weren't for any bake sale. I spent an entire weekend making them for my pregnant sister. Mom took them without asking and lied about it. The room erupts in shocked whispers. Mom's face turns red. Isabella, that's enough. You're making a scene. You made the scene when you stole from your own daughters. I snap back. Diane stands up, her expression hard. Karen, is this true? Mom sputters, trying to backpedal, but the damage is done. I can see the disbelief and disappointment on her coworkers' faces. As I leave, I overhear Diane saying, this explains a lot. Remember that client report that mysteriously changed last month? Back home, I call Olivia. Her voice is thick with tears. I can't believe she did this. I'm so sorry, Liv, I say. I confronted her at work. I couldn't let it slide this time. There's a pause, then I hear Trevor's voice in the background. It's Trevor. Listen, we've been talking, and we think it's best if we limit contact with your mom for a while. For Olivia's health and the baby's. I nod, even though they can't see me. I understand. I think that's wise. Later that evening, Mark and Emily come over. We're sprawled on my living room floor, surrounded by baby shower catalogs and Pinterest boards. Okay, so we've got the venue booked for next month, Emily says, checking her list. Mark, you're on decoration duty. He salutes playfully. Aye, Captain. I promise not to go overboard with the rubber ducks. I laugh, feeling a weight lift off my shoulders. Guys, I can't thank you enough for helping with this. Mark pulls me into a hug. Hey, that's what we're here for. Olivia deserves an amazing shower, and we're going to make it happen. As we continue planning, my phone buzzes with a text from an unknown number. It's Diane from Mom's office. Internal investigation launched into Karen's past projects. Thought you should know. I show the message to Mark and Emily. Emily whistles low. Looks like karma's finally catching up to her. I nod, a mix of emotions swirling inside me. Part of me feels guilty for setting this in motion, but a stronger part of me feels relieved. Like maybe, finally, Mom will face the consequences of her actions. You did the right thing, Mark says softly, squeezing my hand. Sometimes love means standing up to the people who hurt us. I squeeze back, grateful for their support. As we dive back into planning the baby shower, I feel a glimmer of hope. Maybe out of all this mess, something beautiful can grow. A stronger bond with Olivia, a life free from Mom's manipulation, and a chance to create the loving, supportive family we've always deserved. The weeks following the confrontation are a whirlwind. One day, While putting the finishing touches on Olivia's baby shower decorations, my phone buzzes. It's Diane again. Just thought you should know, Karen's been demoted. The audit revealed some discrepancies in her past projects. I take a deep breath, processing the news. Thanks for letting me know, Diane. As I hang up, Mark walks in, arms full of pastel balloons. Everything okay? He asks. I nod slowly. Yeah, I think so. Mom's facing the music at work. He sets down the balloons and pulls me into a hug. How do you feel about that? Honestly, relieved, a little sad, but mostly free. The day of the baby shower arrives and the venue looks magical. Soft fairy lights twinkle and delicate flower arrangements adorn every table. When Olivia walks in, her eyes widen in surprise. Oh my God, this is incredible. I guide her to the seat of honor, grinning. Just wait till you see what's next. As the party progresses, filled with laughter and games, I slip away to the kitchen. With Emily's help, I wheel out a cart laden with carefully prepared frozen meals. Surprise, round two, I announce. Olivia's eyes fill with tears. You didn't have to. I wanted to, I say firmly, hugging her tight. You deserve all the support in the world, sis. Later, as we clean up, Olivia pulls me aside. Have you heard from Mom? I shake my head. Not yet. You. She called once, I didn't pick up. Olivia sighs. I think we need to keep our distance for a while. For the baby's sake, and our own. I nod, feeling a mix of sadness and resolve. I think you're right. Months pass, and I throw myself into my work, eventually landing a huge contract for a tech company's product launch. The day I sign the deal, I get another call. It's Trevor. It's time. We're heading to the hospital now. Hours later, I'm by Olivia's side, coaching her through contractions. You've got this, sis. You're doing amazing. With one final push, a cry fills the room. Olivia collapses back, exhausted but beaming. It's a girl, the doctor announces. As I cut the cord, overwhelmed with emotion, I can't help but think about Mom. She's missing this moment, this joy. But it's a consequence of her own actions. In the quiet of the recovery room, Olivia cradles her daughter. We're naming her Isabella, she says softly, her eyes filled with love. After the strongest, most loving person we know. I choke back tears, touched beyond words. Weeks later, I'm babysitting little Izzy while Olivia naps. My phone pings with a news alert. Mom's old company is announcing major restructuring after financial irregularities were discovered. I know, without reading further, that Mom is finally facing the full consequences of her actions. As I rock Izzy, humming softly, a realization washes over me. The family I always wanted, the love and support I craved. It's right here. Not in the twisted manipulations of our mother, but in the bonds we've chosen to nurture. Olivia pads into the room, smiling sleepily. How's my girl? Perfect, I say, passing Izzy to her. Both of them. As we sit together, cooing over the baby, a sense of peace settles over me. We've weathered the storm, exposed the toxicity that once plagued our lives, and in its place, we've built something beautiful. A family founded on love, trust, and unwavering support.